this like some big Chunibyo plotline? Mitamae! So that's main squeeze. Why are all these people so crazy? Hello fellow anime geeks and welcome to another impressions video logging all of my journey to try every anime series that I can. I'm continuing with 2021 spring and today I'm talking about a hilarious light novel adaptation, SENTOUIN Hakenshimasu, or Combatants Will Be Dispatched on Funi. Here's my usual 4 questions that I use to organize my thoughts, and first up is genre. The mount tags are action, comedy, and fantasy, and yes, it's got action, yes, it's got fantasy, but it's also got like futuristic sci-fi tech and at least 2 harems. This is the latest in outrageous comedic parody from the author of Konosuba and Kemono Michi. It's got gags on company management like Shachibato, it's got crazy but kind of dumb characters like Last Dungeon Boonies and Shinchou Yuusha, and the ridiculous adventures from Konosuba that you don't think are gonna work out but they somehow end up working out, and just lots of fourth wall observations on anime as a whole. Like Back Arrow, but in a way that's a little bit more obvious that this is a parody, SENTOUIN has a lot of tropes and plot lines that it just mixes together, and it just works. I mentioned the harems and the post-apocalyptic future setting, but there's also undercover agents, interplanetary travel, a battle android, a will they won't they romance with a childhood friend, a group of underdogs, knights of a noble kingdom, demons, occult magic, foretold prophecies, mutants, both the isekai and the reverse isekai plotlines, heroes a la Yuusha, heroes a la One Punch, engineered humans, alchemy. Is it Chunibyo if the person is actually magical? Anyways, a point-based magic system, those peaceful post-battle celebrations that just spell doom for our heroes, the misunderstood hero, big guns, nefarious plots against our protagonist, and a lost, mysterious history of a planet. And to make things even more interesting, while our protagonist is passably cool at times, really he just wins most of his battles by the sheer fact that he's a complete perv, and he's actually part of an evil organization that wants to take over the universe. But don't worry, they're about as evil as like Mao-sama in Hataraku Maou-sama. Which, by the way, yes, 2nd season! As far as originality is concerned, SENTOUIN has a lot going for it. I mean, how often do we start an anime off in the middle of a gag, and that gag sets up the whole story, and gives you all of the exposition necessary for that story. And not only is the main plotline actually a parody of all action fantasy anime out there, all of the components to this anime are actually parodies in and of themselves. The characters. Our protagonist is your typical anti-hero who is outwardly bad or rude in some sort of way, but is actually good at heart. By the way, they flat out tell us this in episode 2. There's the pervert who ships everything in sight, there's the kohai that you want to protect, there's the tsundere, there's the sweet princess, there's the cynical observer. The magic system is this outrageous amalgamation of all of the fantasy and sci-fi systems. The people of this new world can summon undead, and they can see ghosts, and they can summon entities from other planes. They can use element magic, but our protagonists are still going to hold to their sci-fi point system where they can request items that are crafted in their other world to be sent over, and then only if they've performed enough evil tasks. He doesn't get evil points for that? And all of the background music for this show also just sounds like a gag. I mean, it sounds like license-free versions of each of its counterparts, like the hero track, the moving sad backstory, the action sequence part. This music. And the opening and the ending are the only thing that could possibly fit this crazy anime. Sequences of cute girls being sung by cute girls in a cute way. The point is that these parodies of these elements should not work in place of these elements, but they do, and the narrative that they create happens to be a good representative example of the story that it's trying to parody. So I think that this one is worthwhile if you are normally into parody and comedies. Fair warning though, this is a little bit raunchy, or maybe a little bit more than a little bit. I'm personally not a fan of sexual fan service or humor, but this doesn't seem to be taking itself too seriously even in that department, so I was still able to enjoy the show. And on that note, I'll catch you in the next video. Oh no. Oh no! What? Oh no. Oh no.